My hair and my makeup, it's just not cooperating today, so if I take it down it looks like a massive lion's mane, and if I put it up it looks like an egg, so I really just can't win. But hey ho, we're doing the video anyway. Just go and accept I'm not the most attractive person on this planet, and that's fine. Oh my, what was that? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a video which was quite highly requested by a lot of you. I've got my drink here because it is a chatty kind of sit down girl talk video. So a lot of people over on my TikTok were asking for a video like this. They were like, can you do a girl advice video? Can you do a girl talk thing? And I was like, sure, why not? Like, I love girl talk, like, get down and dirty. So over on my Instagram I asked you all to leave me a bunch of questions. I had a load of responses, so obviously I can't put everything in a video because it would be super long. I've got some of your questions. I put them on my phone over here so I can read them on this video, and it's just kind of like a chatty thing. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Like, I'm not forcing you. If you do want to watch it, go grab yourself a cocktail or a drink. If you don't drink alcohol like me, this is literally just juice, but I made it look fancy because yeah. And have a sit down girly chat with me, like, yeah, why not? I've got 3 straws, get 5. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. I feel too far away. Okay, so obviously I'm going to keep everyone's identities and profiles confidential so they are not like shown out onto this video, because a lot of people were asking if I was going to put their identity in, and obviously I'll keep it unknown and respect your privacy. So the first question I have is, what age do you think is too old to still be a virgin? This is kind of like, I feel like a lot of people ask questions like this and I don't know why. There is never an age that you can be too old for something. Age does not define who you are. If you are 17 when you lose your virginity, or if you're 30, it makes absolutely no difference. Personally, I always just say, if it feels right, it feels right. Like, you don't force anything. Don't just do it because you're like, oh my god, I can't be 20 and have not had sex. Like, it makes no odds. Like, chances are you're probably more a respectful person and you are comfortable in yourself doing it when you want to do it, and that is literally all it is. Okay, the next one. Do you believe in right person, wrong time? And if not, how do you get over an ex? That's kind of like 2 questions in one, but we'll go with it. Just have a drink. 100% believe in right person, wrong time. I think it's very key. Oh my god, my words aren't coming out. I think it's very key and crucial that both of you are in a good stage in your life, and if something isn't quite right, if you're kind of dealing with situations, it may not be the right time, but it could well be the right person. But I also believe if they are the right person, it will happen. Like, it will happen at some point. Everything happens for a reason. So if they're the right person, it's just come at the wrong time, it will figure its way out. Carol Beth. I just made a TikTok about Carol Baskin and it is stuck in my head now. It's flipping, I don't even know the woman. I don't even watch Tiger King, so. Okay, the other thing in that question was, how do you get over an ex? I always say, there is no method to getting over anyone. It just happens naturally with time. Like, at the end of the day, the longer you have, the longer you'll heal. Like, there is nothing that is like, right, this is what you have to do. These are the guidelines, read this book. It's not like that. It's not a piece of cake. I just realised that the camera flips, doesn't it? And I look horrific the other way around. And if that is how people see me, okay, how would you feel? Oh, well, that's not the question. How would you deal with body shaming? I love you so much, by the way. I love you too. I think the thing is here is you need to be happy in yourself. If you're happy with your own body, then nothing anybody says or throws at you is gonna jeopardize or contribute to the way you feel. As long as you're happy in your body, you're happy. Everyone should feel comfortable in themselves from the get-go anyway, because this is what you've been given. You are who you are, and at the end of the day, anyone should be lucky to have you and cherish you for the person you are. Kids screaming. So the next one, I had to kind of understand a little bit just so I got it right and not messed up the question. But the awareness is not spoken about enough of girls preparing for 18 and the sexual content that it brings. Personally, I think you should not be, right, you're 18, time for this. It should be, You're ready when you're ready. You do what you want. It's your body and it's your way of life. No one should influence that at all. Guys trying to influence girls just because they're 18, it just doesn't sit very well. Like, that should not be an outlook perspective on the age. It just shouldn't be like that. I don't want to talk too much about the question just because like I'll start getting like into it because I'm proper like big on stuff like this. But I feel like it shouldn't be any different than if you were 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It should all be the same. Okay. I was on the pill. I was happier on it than I am now, but my mum doesn't want me to get it, so I can't go back. This one is very, very controversial, I think, because a lot of people go on the pill and it's really bad and really negative and doesn't help them, helps their period or their sex life or whatever, but it makes them feel really sad in themselves and it's just not very good. Other times it makes people feel great and it makes people feel alive. So it's a very, very controversial subject. Personally, I've never been on the pill, so I can't tell you from an experience, but all of my friends that have been on it, it has affected them in a negative way. But for your question, I would say talk to your mum about it, just because if you were a lot happier on it than you were now, maybe it's in both of your best interests to go back on the pill, or obviously I don't know the situation, but maybe just kind of sit down and talk about it and just put it straight, if you know what I mean, because it affects everyone differently at the end of the day. I have just not heard great experiences from it. Advice on how to deal with a best mate who keeps going back to her cheating boyfriend. So this one, I don't want to get too into it. I don't want to get too involved. At the end of the day, because it's your best friend, there is only so much you can do. If it was you have the willpower, you have the self-restraint, you can do it in yourself if you really want to. It's your best friend, so it's up to her ultimately at the end of the day. There is nothing you can do but advise and say to her, look, this is what is going on. You need to think about it, consider what you're doing. Is this right? But that is all you can do. This is the awful and horrible thing, because you can see it as an outside of the relationship person from your perspective, and the person in the relationship can't always see it. And it's really crazily drives people insane because you can see it and they can't. But at the end of the day, all you can do is advise, because that's literally all you can do. And the worst thing to do is to tell them what to do, because they will just rebel. They won't like it. It's not in your nature to boss your best friend around either. So yeah, it's a sticky one. Bit of a sticky one still. Will you ever start having your own merch? Well, I do want to. I want to create a merch and a base of like products for you guys. Like, I do want to. I don't feel like I have a big enough TikTok fan base for this personally. I was thinking about it, and I might start planning maybe for the near future to do merch. Maybe in the near future I might do my own merch, but not anytime soon. Have you ever not approved of a mate's boyfriend? Now, I can say this, and I'm pretty sure my two best friends are gonna be sat there watching this going, yeah, that's me, that's her, we know. Yeah, a few times. I have always personally thought my best friend is a lot higher and deserves a lot better than some of the people she's been with. And that's just my view. Like, she may not believe that, our other best friend may not believe that, but I can say, hand on heart, that she deserves the world, right? And not always she's not always been given that, and it does drive me insane because I know her worth and maybe she doesn't so much. But I have not approved of some of them. But again, it's not my say, it's not my relationship. How do you break away from a toxic friendship? Now, interesting. The worst thing that can happen, expecting my tree. Granddad's FaceTiming me on the iPad. Worst thing that you can do is to stay in a friendship that is toxicating, because at the end of the day, your friends are the people that are supposed to lift you up here, not put you down here. If you have a friend that is just not on your positive vibe, if you surround yourself with negative people, you're going to start becoming negative, and that is the last thing that you want to do to yourself. So the best thing, if you're in a toxic friendship, is to remove yourself from the situation. That is all I'm saying. What age did you start doing makeup? Now I'm pretty sure I was like in year 7 and I was like, yeah, I got some lip gloss, guys. Do you wanna see my new mascara I got? No. Just kind of wear minimal makeup. I probably started wearing foundation in like year 10 maybe, or year 11, I don't even know. But even now, every day I'm like, I don't want to wear makeup. What's the flipping point? I don't want to put that on my face. But obviously for this video I had to make myself look attractive because I literally woke up looking like a hobbit. But probably when I was like 14, I would say. I don't know, really. This one makes me laugh a little bit. But does it hurt to use a tampon? The thing with this is, right, I don't think it's so much that it hurts, it's whether or not you find it comfortable or not. Now, personally, for me, I don't wear tampons. They just make me feel uncomfortable. I don't like the idea of having something inside me for like 7 hours or however long it can be in there for. Don't like the idea. So I personally don't use them just because it makes me feel uncomfortable and I don't like it. But when I first put it in, it doesn't hurt, it just feels uncomfortable. Like, that's why I'm not a fan. But at the end of the day, you do you, boo, and you make up your own decisions, and then come back to me and let me know how it went. So the last thing I'm going to answer is product recommendations for clearer or smoother skin. Now, I literally just moisturise. I use a micellar water to take my makeup off and a Nivea eye oil thing. And then I just wash my face, wipe it down with a makeup wipe, and then I put Sudocreme on all of my spots. That is literally it. I am not big on skincare. Like, I have not got tons and tons of skincare. I've got a lot of masks and stuff, but like from sponsored brands, and then like just packet masks from like Boots and stuff. But I'm not big on skincare. I do not own the £30 eye oils and the skin shiny things. Like, I am not a fan. Like, one, I don't have the money, and two, it's not really my thing. But Sudocreme works wonders, I must say. Okay, so that is the end of my girl talk vid, because I didn't want to put everything in. I didn't want it to be too long, but hopefully you could have sat down, had a little girly chit chat with me with your cocktail, like little girl talk time. Like, we need that sometimes, especially when we're in situations like this, just to bring the high and lift up the mood. Hopefully you enjoyed it. My camera's going wobbling. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully I have answered your question. If I haven't, I'm really, really, really sorry. It's just because it was either kind of like linked with another one, or I just didn't have time to put it in the video. I'm really sorry. I do apologise. I can do another one if you really want, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hopefully you enjoyed the vid. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because we're building a base, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed your cocktails too. Let me know what other videos you want to see next, because obviously I'm getting requested to do these videos, and this was obviously a good idea for some of you. So hopefully you liked it, and hopefully you're happy that I did the video. Sorry it's like 3 days late, but so hopefully you enjoyed it. Join the mouse family, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye.